Finally off work, I get to come home and play some EverQuest. Yeah! Alright, let me launch the patcher. Oh, what the hell? Who installed EverQuest 2? Hey gang, it's Def, and today we are talking about EverQuest 2. And I can't believe I'm saying this because I have tried to get into EverQuest 2, but couldn't really do it. Now mind you, I didn't try until like the last couple of years, maybe even sooner than that. I just couldn't get into it. Mainly because I was a hardcore EverQuest 1 player. I know EQ2 and WoW came out around the same time. In fact, I believe it came out in the same month. But I could not just move on everything I've ever worked for and just say, hey, f it, I'm going to EQ2. You know, wasn't happening. EverQuest had their anniversary recently, and they came out with some progression servers. One for EverQuest 1, one for EverQuest 2, being the Kaladim. They came out with Kaladim, and thanks to our boy, the Nathan Napalm, he started a guild called the Knights of Napalm on the new progression server Kaladim, and Punk and I kind of snuck our way in, and we kind of was quiet about it and just snuck in and wanted to quest and get to know the game. Both of us never playing EverQuest 2, and I gotta say, I was at work the other day and I messaged Punk Shoe and I'm like, dude, I want to play some EverQuest 2. I got an EQ2 itch, bro. I have to say, I am loving it. I'm thinking that this will be my game until the launch of Pantheon Rise of the Fallen. Let me explain real quick. So I was in EverQuest 1. EverQuest 2 came out around the same time WoW did, I think in like 2004. And people are like, hey man, come check out EverQuest 2. It's a new version of Norrath. And I'm like, no, I'm in EQ1. I already live in Norrath, bro. So chill. I'm not going to give up everything I've ever worked for in EverQuest 1 just to go check it out in an alternate whatever lore was going on in EverQuest 2. I didn't care, didn't want to care. Anyway, so a lot of people left EverQuest 1 to join EverQuest 2, and then they come back to EverQuest 1, and then they're like, hey, don't go to EverQuest 2 because it sucks. Granted, not everybody felt that way. Some people stayed in EverQuest 2, some people left EverQuest for WoW. We all know the story here. And I've always wanted to get into EverQuest 2, to be honest, because I look back and I see posts, I see stories, I see videos on an amazing adventure EverQuest 2 was, and specifically the rating, which is kind of what I'm excited to get into, and hopefully the Knights of Napalm will get there. Let me rephrase that, when the Knights of Napalm get there, because I believe that is our intention. That being said, I'm not trying to make this a Knights of Napalm plug, but join us if you want, because casual gamers are welcome as well. I'm currently playing a Shadow Knight, a rat. Punk Shoe is playing a Dirge rat. A dirge. He's playing a rat too. We're BattleAxTheater in EverQuest 2. But anyway, I'm getting off track here. Okay, I'm gonna say this out loud. I'm gonna say it out loud. I'm putting it on YouTube. Nope. EverQuest 2 is a lot of fun. That felt good. That felt kind of good. Anyway, so as Punk Shoe and I are venturing off to the Common Lands, we're doing a lot of questing in the Common Lands right now. We don't know the ins and outs and the ropes and the you must do this and you must do that. We are just simply taking the game for what it is presented to us as the game presents it to us, if that makes any sense. We're just diving in and just doing a quest here and there. Actually about a billion quests, if I'm being quite honest, but it's a lot of fun. We went to the Welling Caves, not to get mistaken by Welling Caverns, and we kind of did a little dungeon dive, and that was a lot of fun. It was a lot of deaths, but it was a lot of fun. It was cool how it appears to be that a lot of dungeons are open world, and I cannot stress how much I love that. I mean, open world dungeons, that is awesome. You want to group in this dungeon? Well, you don't have to queue for it. You can go to the dungeon and you can ask in the general chat, the out of character chat, or the LFG chat, like, hey, I'm here in Welling Caves. I'm looking for a group. Thank you. Seeing Norrath in a different light. Seeing Norrath like Freeport is banging in this version. Another common story I would hear is how beautiful the game is, and it is beautiful. I have to say that. EverQuest 2 looks beautiful, and I now that I'm actually playing the game, I think back and I'm like, this is what they had in 2004. This whole format of a game is what they had in 2004. I am really impressed, and I'll just go ahead and say this. If this is what they had when WoW came out, in vanilla WoW, and we have this coming out in 2004 as an EverQuest game, I gotta say, I don't know, like, what happened here? Who copied who, really, is my question, but I'll leave that up to you guys to discuss, because if you know any of the backgrounds and the back workings of who copied who, because there's a lot of similarities here, and it's really got my brain just like, just wondering, what the hell, man? To be quite honest with you guys, to be real, we've only played maybe 3 nights of some solid gameplay, and Punk mentioned a comment like, you know, you remember back in the day when we were killing these beetles? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I just automatically was like, yeah, I do, but that was like yesterday. I mean, so you see what I mean? It's like a modern day game, but it has that old school feel. So as an EverQuest fanboy, I gotta say, I'm part of the crew, man. I'm part of the people that is EverQuest is my first love. It's my first kiss. It's my first girlfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I am a Norrath fanboy, right? And this is what I think on a personal, real level, is that EverQuest was out and it was a massive, life-changing experience, right? Everybody is aware of that. And then you have EverQuest 2 comes out the same time WoW comes out. So I think a lot of people didn't want to leave EverQuest 1 to join EverQuest 2, such as myself. I know I had a whole guild that felt the same way. With EverQuest 1 fading out, I think people just kind of skipped EverQuest 2 and went on to WoW. Not saying that EverQuest 2 died completely. I think there's still a lot of people that still play. In fact, I was getting some footage on the retail servers of EverQuest 2, and there was quite a few people playing. Guys, that's just how I feel right now. I mean, it was an overlooked game, and right now, playing it, only being in a couple of zones, the game is freaking beautiful. It is fluid in the combat. The gameplay is awesome. The immersiveness is there. And this is all coming from a game that came out in 2004. So this it's just a missed gem. It's a missed game, and it kind of pisses me off that I never gave it the attention it deserves. So that's pretty much all I have, because frankly, I want to go play some EverQuest 2. And if you guys want to play with Punk and I or the Knights of Napalm, just hit us up, look us up. We're on the Kaladim server. We'll get you an invite to the guild, and we'll just have some fun in Norrath. One last thing before I go is I have to thank each and every one of you guys that are watching this video, that watch all of our content. It really means a lot. So just thank you guys so much, and thanks for liking, subscribing. Subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell notification if you want to, and stay tuned for BattleAxe Live, which if you follow us on Twitter, you will see when that is coming out, which is very, very soon. And anyway, I'm gonna quit being dumb. And anyway, we'll see you guys on the next video.